Today's video is going to be super chilled out. I'm not going to ask about with an intro or anything like that. I've got a huge cup of tea as well to get me through because it has gotten a lot colder. The sun is still shining, but it's definitely autumn in my eyes now. I'm actually going to start as well with skincare today, which I don't usually, but it is a little bit later in the afternoon now and I didn't apply. Did I apply? I don't actually think I've applied skincare this morning. So the first thing, the only thing that I'm going to apply is the Roche Posay, the Intense Soothing Fluid for face and eyes. I really love this. I use it in my kit on clients as well. It's beautiful. And I'm not really into like a really fancy skincare routine because I have such sensitive skin and I've always like struggled to find products which actually work. I found this moisturiser which I can use on my face and around my eyes. It's soothing. I have already done my eyebrows, by the way, and it is soothing as well because I do get eczema on my face. I don't actually feel like I need anything else. If you do want a skincare video, because obviously I cleanse, I exfoliate and I moisturise, so I could do a video on them and I could probably throw in like what I use on my hair and maybe my fake tan as well because I have fake tanned, which is hard when you have dry skin. So yeah, if you want a sort of all-in-one video then let me know. So I've applied my moisturiser onto my face. I also go around my eyes with it as well. I'm going to apply the MAC Strobe Cream. This is in the shade Gold Light and this does give a lovely glow to the skin. Another product which I also like is, which I'm not going to put on today, is this Botanicals Moroccan Rose Superfood Facial Oil. This looks beautiful when it's on the skin, but I haven't got that much left, so I'm going to save that for another day. This just also gives a really nice glow and it also keeps me a little bit extra hydrated. And I just like to apply it with a little brush because if I start using my fingers, I've already applied that moisturiser and my skin has gone really red, so I'll just apply it with a brush instead. I'm starting with the skin first today because I don't want the eyes to be too heavy. I just want it to be a little bit more than natural, I think. And you can see how much of a nice glow that gives to the skin. This is really nice if you're having like a new makeup day as well. I'll just do my moisturiser and then I'll put this on and maybe just a little bit of like brow mascara through my brows and then I'm good to go. Basically like what I've got on now. Foundation, I'm going to use one that I haven't used for ages because I only ever wear it really in the summer and when I'm more tanned, which I am right now. This is the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. It's so nice, this foundation, especially if you've got dry skin. It's super comfortable. It's really glowy and really radiant as well, but it does give you a nice coverage. So if you are more of a medium to full coverage, I'm more medium, then this is really, really nice. It is quite thick in consistency, but it doesn't feel thick on the skin. And what I've been doing with foundation for quite a while now is just pressing it all over and then going over with my beauty blender. You can probably see in a few places where I have got a little bit of eczema at the moment, so I do prefer to wear a bit more of a dewy foundation than a matte one because that sort of clings and like shows up that area a little bit more when really I want to try and disguise it. Okay, so for concealer, I'm actually going to use a product which I've not used at all yet. This is the MAC Studio Fix 24-Hour Smooth Wear Concealer and I've been saving this. I bought it a couple of weeks ago, but I saved it because a few of you asked for a review on it, but I just haven't had time and I really wanted to film just something more chilled in a makeup tutorial today. So I'm going to just try this out for the first time today and then I'll see how it wears and I'll give you an update on like my Insta stories or something like that. I got the shade NC25. I'm not really sure what it says it does. Hold on, let me see if I've got the packet. 24-hour wear, medium to full buildable coverage, natural matte finish. Yeah, that's all it says. I really like the Pro Longwear Concealer from MAC. I've used that quite a lot. So if this is sort of similar, I also like the Studio Fix foundation as well. So yeah, let's see how this is. Usually I wear the Makeup Revolution concealer. I'm just going to use this for my under eyes for now and I can use a different concealer from the rest of my face if it is a little bit too light. I'm going to use the same side of my sponge as I applied the foundation because I find that sort of blends it a little bit better. It looks nice. It's a little bit too yellow for me at the moment, so I am going to go over with my Revolution concealer when I can find it. It is a nice coverage, and I thought it was going to be a little bit more drying, which it's actually not. It's quite comfortable, so yeah, I'll definitely keep on trying that one. Okay, because that foundation gives such a lovely glow, and I do want the skin to be a little bit more glowy today, I'm only going to set my under eyes and then the centre of my skin with loose powder. I'm going to use my trusty Mercier, and I've not decided whether I'm going to set the rest of the skin or not. I might just go over with a little bit of this around the outside. This is the Naked Skin Ultra Definition Loose Finishing Powder from Urban Decay. These I absolutely love because they have got a little bit of pigment in there as well. So these are really nice just to go all over the skin. It's really finely milled as well. It's really lightweight. Sorry, I'm trying to drink my tea before it goes cold. So Laura Mercier first. I never thought that I would ever get to the end of this, but I'm literally almost running out. Okay, so I don't really bake. I just sort of press it in until you can't see it anymore. I feel like my skin's just a little bit too dry to bake. I'm going to take this little brush. This is from Bare Minerals. And then I just empty some of this like into the cap. And then swirl it round and tap it, and then just lightly dust it. I'm trying to keep like the cheek area unset because I'm going to be applying bronzer over there anyway, which will set that down. So I don't really want to go like overload with powder. And then for my bronzer, I am going to use MAC's Give Me Sun, which I say this every time I use it, literally out of, so I might have to just mix it with a different one. I just go really lightly, and I always start from the back and work my way down, then onto the cheek and then back again. I like the mineralized skin finishes as well because I feel like it's not like just a matte bronzer, it has got more of like that natural finish in, so it does sort of keep that glow to the skin. It's not like too much of a heavy product, if you get what I mean. I like to just go over the nose as well because I cannot contour my nose, so I feel like that just gives it more of like a sun-kissed finish and it gives it a little bit more definition. And then I might just go over with my other favourite bronzer, if I can find you. The Urban Decay Beach Bronzer in Bronze. Let me know down in the comments like what bronzers you like, and also blushes, because I only own 4-5 bronzers and I only own 2 blushes, which I actually use anyway. So bronzers I only use about 3 from what I own. Blushes I only use 2 out of my collection. So yeah, if there's any that you like, let me know down in the comments because I never know which ones to get. Okay, for eyeshadows, I'm going to use a few from Makeup Geek, which I've got in this palette. I've picked out a few. I want this to be quite a burgundy eye, so I chose that one at the top. That one's Bitten. I'm just going to use like a couple out of them 6 there. I haven't decided what I want the lid colour to be yet, so I've got another palette for that. I've got the Carli Bybel from BH Cosmetics. I think I'm going to use one of these shimmery shades for the lid. And if you didn't have those eyeshadows, an alternative would be the Ultimate, is this Warm Rust palette from NYX. This is really nice. It's got a shade right at the top there, which is exactly the same as the one in my Makeup Geek palette. And then it's got some really nice shimmers at the bottom as well that you could do this whole look with, really, to be honest. So for my transition shade, I am going to use this one here, which is called Frappe. And I know I always use like the same sort of tones, but these are the sort of tones that I love, especially burgundy tones. And like copper tones for autumn are just amazing. But I do want this to be more burgundy than it is brown. So I'm just applying this sort of above the crease. And I am just gonna sort of feather it out slightly because I'm not going to be doing a winged eyeliner today because this is more of a daytime look. I'm gonna do a winged eyeliner look for next time, I think. I used to wear winged eyeliner literally every single day, and then I just got to the point where I couldn't be arsed anymore. And I think I'm going to be wearing quite a dark lip today. I found a nice burgundy lip colour, so I want it still quite soft and natural. And when I want to get right into the crease, instead of holding my brush like this, I tilt it upwards and I just feel like I can get inside the crease so much better that way. So for my next colour, I am going to go in with this one, which is Cocoa Bear, just to deepen up the crease a little bit because I don't want this to be too brown. I want this to be burgundy. So yeah, just a tiny bit of Cocoa Bear, and then I'm going to go in with a burgundy shadow. And I'm using a smaller, fluffier brush. Can't find the one that I want, of course. I'm just using this one. This one came in an Anastasia palette. I feel like this is one of the only brushes that comes in an eyeshadow palette, which is actually good. And again, just blending it upwards. Okay, now before we get carried away with the browns, we're going to go in with the burgundy. And for that, I'm going to use this one, which is Bitten from Makeup Geek. I'm using this smaller brush. This is from Tarte. It came in the Tartelette in Bloom palette. This is also a brush which comes with an eyeshadow palette, which is pretty good, but I think the Anastasia one's a little bit better. This is first going on the outer part of the lid and into the outer part of the crease. And then I'm also flicking this out a little bit. We can clean this edge up after with some loose powder, so don't really worry too much about it. Okay, so I've filled that up to pretty much how I want it. Now I'm going to apply my lid shade. So for that, I'm going to go in to the Carli Bybel palette, and I think I'm going to use this sort of duochrome. It's like a pink / gold. I don't want to do just a typical like gold lid because I feel like I do that all the time. So let's try something a little bit different today. I think this will also help it stop looking so brown. We need it to be burgundy, which it is looking burgundy. Usually I would use a wet brush for this, but I'm just going to go lightly first. So I'm going to use a dry brush and just press this over the lid. Yeah, I really think this is going to look really nice. Yes, good decision. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of the burgundy shadow just to help it blend out a little bit. I want this outer corner to be quite dark, so. And then taking that duochrome on my finger, starting in the inner part of the lid and then just patting over where both of them meet. Okay, so if we wanted just to sharpen the outer corner up a little bit, because we've already obviously done our face first, it's a little bit harder. So I started doing this because I saw Jaclyn Hill do it and it really does work. So I'm just taking like a little definer brush and I'm just stamping some translucent powder across this edge, and it really does just help sort of clean up the outer part, because usually I'd do it with like a wipe or something because we wouldn't have done our foundation first. But I literally leave it there for like 2 seconds and then brush it away. So I'm not actually going to apply any mascara today because I've recently, well 3 days ago, I had the lash lift and tint, and honestly, it's made the biggest difference to my lashes. I cannot explain. If you go onto my Instagram, I'll share the before and after. They are literally incredible. Because I am quite fair, you can't really see my lashes even though they are quite long and quite thick. So I've had them tinted and lifted up and it literally looks like I've got curved lashes and I've got mascara on like all the time. So because I've only just sort of had that done, I don't need to wear mascara, but I am going to pop a pair of lashes on just for this video. But honestly, the difference in my lashes is literally incredible. I've had so many compliments as well since I've had it done. So yeah, if you want to see like up close what they look like, head over to my Instagram. And if I haven't posted it yet, then just DM me to ask me because I always forget everything. So I've popped on my lashes. I've used the House of Conic eyelashes. Start again. I've used the House of Lashes Iconic Lights, but if you think these are a little bit too heavy for you, the Ardell Demi Wispies are amazing. I always like to wear them for like daytime as well. For my under eyes, I'm not going to go too heavy because I'm going to be doing like quite a dark lip. So I'm going to start with Frappe, which was the first shadow that we used. I'm just going to blend this all along my lower lash line. I always feel like I always have to wear a shadow on my lower lash line. Even if it's just a little bit of bronzer, I always think it makes a massive difference. And I get quite a lot of under eye creases, and I feel like this just hides them a little bit. Okay, that's not too much. And then just on the very outer corner, I'm gonna do Bitten, which was the Burgundy shadow that we used. This is just gonna go right here. And then I am going to do just a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes. So I'm using the Tanya Burr Selfie Sculpt. I really like the one for this, for bottom lashes. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use the Doll Beauty highlighter. I bought the palette for my kit. I've just stolen this really quick. I'm going to use the more golden shade. I don't know which one it is. I'm not sure whether it's Shine Bright or like a diamond. But yeah, the more gold one I'm going to use, because I think even for daytime you can't get enough highlight. Okay, I think the final thing we need to do now is lips. I'm going to use first MAC Soar Lip Liner, and I do like to overline my lips a little bit. And then for my lipstick, I'm going to use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Rome. I feel like this is a burgundy shade. Yeah. Okay guys, so that is this chilled makeup tutorial, a burgundy for daytime glam. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did down in the comments, and also let me know what you want to see over autumn and winter, because I'm gonna start planning ahead, I think. So yeah, give it a big thumbs up as well and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!